but we're blasting the heat.
It's a
Mike,
little chilly for people.
We got people all over. We got walls. We got lights. We got computers that are just churning all day long. They're putting heat out.
Not just regular computers. We got like radio equipment computers too. They're smoking.
Oh, it's like the speakers in Back to the Future. It's huge.
Surface of the sun.
They'll blow you away.
We don't even need a heating system.
No.
Why is it on?
I can't believe it.
Want to know why? Because Teddy goes into fidget. Like, I'm cold, man. My old man bones can't take it anymore.
Just turn it off. Just turn the system off.
Look at Evil Bald Colin. He's wearing a beanie. He's wearing a beanie on his head.
He's a lunatic. I don't know if it's because of his bald head. We saw Fish.
Oh, I'm so cold.
Fish was wearing his beanie.
It was 70 degrees.
But anyway,
people are out of their mind. Yeah, we're the crazy ones.
I won't even run the system. When it's in this like 50 to 55 range, it's the perfect time to just shut your system off. Sarah, it'll get like 58 degrees and she'll turn the heat on and then I'll feel it. Then I'll go to the thermostat and I'll turn it off.
But it's not 58 in the house.
No, the house is going to be
insulated
at a nice like 65 degree temp, which is about where I want it this time of year. What about at your place?
Here's what I do. So I haven't done this yet. I'm hoping to do it tomorrow morning. I come downstairs and the thermostat's at like 63. Okay? That's a little bit too chilly.
So what do you keep it actually set at overnight? At that?
It doesn't run. I don't have it on.
You keep it off.
Right. This time of year, I don't have it on. In the wintertime, I'll have it go down to like, 60 before it pops on.
Rock hard nipples.
I didn't know we were going there. All right. Rock hard something. So I go downstairs, 63. I don't turn the heat on, but I'll turn the fireplace on. I got one of those little flip the switch.
Yes.
Right? It radiates heat on the inside so you get some warmth. It'll warm the temperature up, but the entire heating system is not on. When it reaches a nice, stable temperature for the day, you flip that fireplace off. And when needed, you can flip it right back on.
That's where you're going to be, right? I mean, you're not going to be in your kitchen all the time. You're going to be over there. That's where the seating is, where the fireplace is. I mean, that's where you want it. I will, get my food, get my breakfast in the morning. I'll take it over and I'll sit near the couch. Although, I don't know. You don't strike me as a guy that will go and eat where the furniture is. Do you do that ever? Is that okay?
No, if I'm home by myself, I'll get like a
or something.
Leftover bowl of Chinese food. I'll sit on the couch with the bowl. Or
you won't get your cereal and go to the sofa or anything?
I stand.
You what?
I stand to eat my cereal. I don't sit down.
What are you talking about?
I don't like to sit for breakfast.
You stand?
I stand. At the counter, I stand.
You stand? Like, what if you make a bowl of eggs or something? You stand?
First of all, I don't make a bowl of eggs.
Well, it's actually smarter to eat your scrambled eggs out of a bowl than to put them all over a plate.
Says
it works better.
A lunatic?
No. Put your eggs, if you make yourself a little skillet, put it in a bowl. It's more contained that way.
First of all,
you're the one that says you stand up while you eat your breakfast.
I'm not usually having breakfast like that. I'm more of a quick, sweet guy in the morning, little small pastry, little bowl snack of cereal, and I stand. And I eat. I have my wife and my daughter. They sit at the counter. I'm on the other side. I want to look at them. I stand. We have conversation. If it's just three of us in a row, that's odd to me. Okay. If we're all just sitting at the counter in a row, that's weird.
It's less crazy now that I know that Samantha and Kristen are on the other side of the counter instead of you just by yourself standing in the kitchen.
I still will do that. Even if they're not there.
Backsplash.
I will just stand.
Staring and standing and eating like an absolute raging lunatic.
Can we get back to the candy, please?
So I'm talking about regional candies, right? Tell me if you've heard of some of these candies that are apparently only available in certain parts. I left off at the pecan log roll. Now we go to something called a coconut long boy. You ever heard of a coconut long boy?
I have not. Is this a Hawaiian delicacy?
This is something that is made in New Orleans. Now, in the article I read, it says it's an unknown candy maker. And when I looked it up, it's actually now maybe been bought out by these guys called Atkinson's Candy Company.
Cam
Atkinson. These guys are from Lufkin, Texas, and they make a candy that Adam King was telling me about a few weeks ago, and I'd never even heard of it, called the Chico Sticks, which sounds delicious. It's looks like a cow tail, presented like a cow tail, but it's peanut butter and it's got flakes of coconut, hardened flakes of coconut on the exterior. Sounds delicious.
I've never heard of such a thing.
So this one's from down in the south near New Orleans.
What about a goo-goo cluster?
Okay, all right, that's in the article. But we have saltwater taffy that comes before that. I know how much you love.
Pile of trash.
I know how much you love.
Why don't you get some Swedish fish, too?
I brought the Shriver's saltwater taffy.
Maria
from the Jersey
can't make
Shore.
a taffy.
Maria is not making that very well. Mary Jane candies. I've heard of Mary Jane candies, and those suck.
Gross.
That's Atkinson Candy Company
that
too.
out.
And what is that? A molasses?
It's the cheapest thing you can possibly give someone.
Yeah, it's 2 flavors: peanut butter and molasses.
It's not really peanut butter.
Charles N. Miller created that in 1914. Here's one before I give you the Goo Goo Cluster. How about the Idaho Spud? You ever heard of that? It's from the West. It's from Idaho. And
they just give you a baked potato.
This is oval shaped, and it's got cocoa-flavored marshmallow filling, dipped in dark chocolate, crusted with coconut flakes.
How could that be bad?
Oh, it looks tremendous.
You know, when I was a kid, I wasn't a fan of the cocoa nut. Now I enjoy it.
I love it. Coconut ice cream, too.
Yeah, I like it.
Oh, refreshing. There's a pure Vermont maple candy.
I've had those.
Did you
Very
have those
delicious.
when you're visiting up there?
Yes.
Like a little cookie? They look tremendous. I've never had one.
Very good.
The flavor, the taste looks great. There's chippers that are available in the Midwest. These are your basic chocolate-covered ruffled chips.
Beautiful.
I've had some. There's some Ohio candy shops that will make those, and they are tremendous if you can find them. And you said it, the old Goo Goo Cluster. Now, what do you know about the Goo Goo Cluster?
I've had it before. I'm struggling to remember what's in it.
They are they're from around 1912. They're from the Standard Candy Company from Nashville, Tennessee, and this is basically just your chocolate and peanut with a little bit of caramel or taffy, or a combination of 2.
Taffy?
They've had some different iterations through the years.
I haven't had the taffy.
Pretty good stuff. And some good regional candies
like
right there
with
to
a
try.
chocolate nut. Give me a chocolate-covered nut. I'm all in on that.
Oh, yeah.
Good or bad, fans can make a difference. I'm going to give you more proof coming up next. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
On southbound 71 at the North Outer Belt, an accident has got the right lane blocked off. Traffic backed up from Polaris Parkway with a 5-minute delay, and also another crash on Roberts Road at International Street. This report is sponsored by Westerville Division of Police. The Westerville Division of Police is seeking individuals dedicated to serving, protecting, and strengthening the community. WPD offers an award-winning training academy, tuition reimbursement, generous pay, benefits, and more. To apply, visit westerville.org/join WPD. I'm Eddie Zellick, 497.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Behind the O. Buckeye fans, Behind the O is now in the App Store. Free for fans, NIL for athletes. Download the Behind the O app today.
More than a few of our patients have talked to me about their first time, but it's not the first time you're probably thinking about. It's the first time that erectile dysfunction ruined the moment. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health, and if you're over 50, it's likely that you've had that first time yourself. But the good news is that if you're like most men, that first time can be the last time that ED impacts your sex life. At Tri-State Men's Health, we're experts in treating ED. We've treated tens of thousands of men using protocols with success rates well over 90%. And those treatments have, in most cases, made sex great again for both them and their partners. You could even find that you're performing like you haven't in years. So if ED has been affecting your intimacy, it's time to make the last time that happens the last time that happens. For just $99, you'll receive blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com. We have 6 offices in the tri-state area to serve you.
All the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
Hi, this is Max with Buckeye Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Winter will be here before you know it, and that means it's time to get your heating and plumbing systems maintained. Our True Comfort membership is designed to keep things in tip-top shape. Thank you for letting us keep your home comfortable and plumbing worry-free. And when you need us,
call 614-683-9911. Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
All month long at Twin Peaks, celebrate National Dessert Month with sweet endings like our Cinnamon Toast Crunch Cheesecake topped with rum chata sauce, or the Twin Peaks Sundae with a warm Ghirardelli brownie. Pair it with a Screwball peanut butter whiskey for the ultimate game day finish. Twin Peaks, eats, drinks, scenic views.
I love Right Pack Credit Union because they're solution driven.
I feel valued as a member.
They're focused on the latest technology and the personal connections.
Experience benefits that go beyond banking with Right Pack Credit Union. Just ask our actual members.
I definitely recommend Right Pack to all my family and friends as a credit union of choice.
Visit one of our Columbus area Right Pack Credit Union member centers near you. Based on individual members' experiences, results may vary.
Timmy Hall and AI Common Man here for Hollywood Casino Columbus and the ESPN Bet Sportsbook.
This ain't one of them, Timmy.
It's not the show, it's a spot. All October, we're watching our football team on Saturdays and the tailgate buffet.
Ooh, Mikey likey. Plus, they've got the 3 apps for $12 deal, and you can beat the crowds and reserve a table.
Yes, do that at HollywoodColumbus.com. And we got a special offer this month. Become a new member of our rewards program on the ESPN Penn Play app and get a $20 dining credit.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Everybody poops, everybody pees. Mommy, will you call Mr. Rooter, please? 'Cause I gotta poop and I gotta pee. Only Mr. Rooter can clear the drain for me. Thank you, Mr. Rooter.
Hi, everybody. We call it what it is at Mr. Rooter. When you have a plumbing or drain problem, the team at Mr. Rooter is ready 7 days a week. Call us today and take advantage of our $95 drain cleaning special. Visit us at MrRooter.com. We'll be there quick.
At Great Lakes Hyundai, the savings are so good.
Just announced. Get 0% financing for 60 months on all 2025 Tucson and Tucson hybrids. Columbus or Dublin or glakeshyundai.com. With approved credit ends 11/3.
At Retail Rush, you can find name brand products at unbeatable prices because you set the price. Retail Rush sources overstocked, returned, and discontinued products in bulk from big box stores. Then we auction those products online starting at $5. You can get up to 90% off retail prices on beautiful basics for life's big moments, hot tech, and more at a deep discount. Pickup is fast and easy, so whether you're looking to splurge or save, we have you covered. Retail Rush. Deals made easy. Bid now at retailrush.com.
I've had a number of surgeries, and frankly, I don't have time to rehab a surgery and an operation at this point in my life. I didn't want to take time off my kids' activities.
That's why former college and pro football player Bobby Carpenter turned to QC Kinetics. We couldn't be happier saving our patients like him from operating rooms and long recoveries.
They will resume like normal activity for me, which is a lot of running. It's a lot of workouts. I've been very, very blessed with how it's been able to hold up.
For so long, patients have accepted surgery as the only solution. But with new technologies, the medical professionals at QC Kinetics use regenerative treatments, your body's own biologics, to help heal and restore knees, hips, shoulders, and backs.
I actually ran into a friend of mine over at our golf course, and he had his knee done. It felt so well. He'd got his shoulder done. He goes, I can't thank you enough. He'd heard the commercial on the air, and so it's feeling great.
Find out how you can avoid surgery and finally get relief. Call QC Kinetics now for your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus.
Good afternoon. This is Paul Keels with the NBA regular season having started last night. The Cleveland Cavaliers will play their first game of the year tonight when they take on the New York Knicks at Madison Square Garden. Washington Commanders have said quarterback Jalen Daniels will not play in Monday night's game against Kansas City due to a hamstring injury. Marcus Mariota will get the start. San Francisco Giants today named University of Tennessee coach Tony Vitello their new manager, the first major league club to hire a manager directly from the college level with no pro experience. The PGA Tour season will start later than planned, with news today that the scheduled Century event, which was to be January 8th or 11th in Maui, has been canceled due to drought conditions. This now means the tour will begin January 15th with the Sony Open. This update brought to you by Behind the O. Buckeye fans, Behind the O is now in the App Store. Free for fans, NIL for athletes. Download Behind the O in the App Store today. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Common Man's wife would rather bang her head up against a wall instead of listening to this show. Timmy's wife is banging the milkman. This is Man and Timmy.
Please subscribe to the podcast of This Stupid Show. It's available wherever you get your audio. Just search Common Man and Timmy. Click. Subscribe. Every single show comes right to your device free of charge. Podcast is brought to you by our friends, Care Heating and Cooling. Name dropping with Jeff Rimmer. Coming up at 5:30. Jackets coming off a nice victory against the Stars.
Big win
last night.
Yeah, big win. Needed it. Needed to see the special teams. It's just, I know it's early and it's a small sample size, and it was going to take some more time to me to fly off the rails on it. But to be dead last in the NHL in both power play and penalty kill.
Are you telling me that's not a recipe for success?
I don't care how many games into the season. You got to change that. So they took a step to changing that last night.
In which one? Both.
Both. Yes. Yes.
Just a quick note to every owner that said they weren't in a financial position to make a run at Shohei Ohtani. It has been reported that the Dodgers have made back his entire contract, $700 million, just the first year of his deal, with new distribution,
$100 million
and merchandise related to Shohei and all the extra business they're doing in Japan and all the advertising, all of it. They've made back $700 million. Not to mention they went and won the World Series, all of that crap, right? I mean, you have all the perks of doing that, but that's not even what we're talking about. We're talking about just money that you've made from Shohei. $700 million.
How much of his money is he deferring? Like, you think about this.
Quite a bit,
I think he's deferring more than half of the total contract. Just imagine. Like, we talk about that if you would be the lump sum guy or the deferred money guy to try to space it out, get more over the long haul, or take less up front. For somebody like Shohei Ohtani, who has that marketability not just here in the States, even more so back in his home country, what a brilliant idea.
They say a lot of the local businesses, too, have made money because Japanese tourism for people coming in just to see Shohei.
Absolutely.
Stuff. Imagine that. Imagine if, like, the Reds got Shohei Ohtani.
Man.
And you go down there, you get yourself a big red smoky, and you got a bunch of Japanese tourists there. They've never been to America before.
No.
They just came.
They come to see Cincinnati.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
You could be the new Japanese hub.
Oh, they'll be Bengals fans, too. They'll fall in love with Joe Burrow and
They're
Jamar
eating
Chase.
A big red smoky. It's delicious. It's a smoked sausage. How do they not like that?
You got the river down there. It's beautiful.
You know what they're obsessed with in Japan?
They love Neil Diamond.
Kentucky Fried Chicken.
They do love
They love fried chicken.
They do have, we went over that a couple weeks ago as well. I think for out of the states KFCs, it's Japan is the next most popular country in the world for KFCs. You know, I was reading the article earlier today because they're going to be playing the Blue Jays, of course, and getting excited for the World Series. Starts on Friday night. So that's game one of the World Series, Dodgers and Jays. Toronto was one of the teams that had submitted the offer that that Shohei's agent, good gambler too, so they say, was looking for.
That was the
Toronto Blue Jays,
not the agent.
The interpreter. The interpreter was the gambler, not the agent. But that part's true. Toronto was in the mix.
Oh, Toronto thought they were going to get him.
There was, if you go back, and there was some collection of tweets and things from that day last year or 2 years ago, whenever that was, of how people were tracking the flights. There was even a pretty popular LA Dodgers reporter that reported on it, that said that
it's over.
Shohei to Toronto was
He's
imminent.
going to Toronto because there's a private jet.
Yeah, there was something at John Wayne Airport.
But it was Robert Herjavec, the Shark Tank guy. He's a Canadian. He was flying out. They thought it was Shohei flying out.
And I don't know if it was made up, but there were reports about how a very famous chef that was based in Toronto had already gathered a bunch of bigwigs to have a big party at the Rogers Center that night. People just presumed that meant that they had gotten Shohei.
Well, they thought they
and
had
that was
him,
going to
baby.
be for the celebration. So you've got George Springer in this series for Toronto, who is part of the cheating ring that kept a World Series from L.A.
He is
and
affectionately
now you got
known
Shohei.
in my house as Kneecap Boy.
Kneecap Boy.
Samantha likes Kneecap Boy. You know who else is a big fan of Kneecap Boy? Tyler Danberg.
Because
he said that he got to meet George Springer at a Guardians game, and he was very nice. And George Springer said that he comes down to Ohio State all the time because his sister plays on, is it the softball team or the volleyball team?
Softball, I believe.
Yeah,
George Springer's sister was an athlete.
2017 was her, I think, senior season.
Okay, so she used to.
She's a softball coach at Trinity College
Cool.
in Hartford now. But
Right.
yeah,
Let her live.
she was fantastic when she was here.
Did you guys also see this? Tyler saw the news first and relayed it to us that the San Francisco Giants just made a really interesting move
Yeah, they're
today.
hiring Tennessee's coach.
They're hiring Tony Vitello who, as Mike just said, Tennessee baseball's coach. We know Craig Krenzel's son.
Braden plays for Tennessee, was recruited by this guy, played this season for this guy.
So Vitello considered staying at Tennessee, where they won the World Series in 2024, but instead he's going to replace Bob Melvin, who was let go on September 29th as they went 81-81 and had more expectations. But this is the first time that a big league team has hired a manager directly from college baseball without any experience as a professional coach. It's a wild move.
Follow the game. They would hear news like this and say, oh, well, you take one of your biggest college coaches and you move him up to be a big league manager. We see that all the time. We've seen it in the NBA. We've seen it in the NFL to varying degrees of success. This is just not done.
And you know what? It's almost like baseball's had it right, because when does it often work? When it's either college basketball coaches going to the NBA,
though? And it's so weird because
college football coaches.
Baseball teams are more willing. We have several examples of this. We got one this offseason. The Angels hired Kurt Suzuki to be their manager. Kurt Suzuki, other than being a big league catcher, has no coaching experience.
Yep.
None. You have seen teams willing to do that. Like, oh, hey, you got no experience? Yeah, but you're a smart guy.
Right.
You're our manager. Hey, why don't you go hire this guy? He's been a college coach for like 30. No, we can't do that. He doesn't understand the ways.
Right. He
of
knows
Major League Baseball.
Knows how to develop players, knows the game, most importantly, knows the strategy of the game, how to manage a pitching staff.
Well, the guy from Milwaukee, what the hell's his name? The manager in Milwaukee.
Oh.
Teddy, what's his name? I forgot already.
Yeah.
Out of sight, out of mind. Anyway, whoever the manager in Milwaukee is.
Patrick Murphy.
Pat Murphy.
Our muscle hamster, Pat Murphy.
He was a college baseball coach for a long time, like 25, 30 years. But in order to be taken seriously, he had to go and be a minor league manager, which he did for 7 or 8 years. And then he became the Brewers manager. You just don't see college to pros in this sport.
A lot of people are going to be watching this one, though, to see what he does. It's interesting.
Let me tell you how fans make a difference. If sometimes you're saying, like, nothing I do really makes a difference. I'm just, one little voice, and the money people are going to do what they want to do anyway. I saw that La Liga, which is Spain's number one soccer league, they were scheduled to play a game December 20th in Miami. This is a regular season game between Barcelona and Villarreal. And this was the first time they've ever played a regular season game outside of Spain. And this has been such a talking point. The local media has been talking about it, Spanish media. The fans are all up in arms. They don't want to see it. They held protests last week at the games, and the league has been steadfast up to this point, saying, no, we're going. We made a commitment. We're going. We're going to grow the game. Much like the NFL is doing, playing international games, the NBA, we're going to grow the game. Well, the pressure became so great from fans that they canceled it today. They said, oopsie daisy, we've canceled it. I'm not saying that's the right move. I'm just saying that's the power of the outraged fan. I remember.
Is it the wrong move for you? Like, what do you think about that when you break down the NFL
Jimmy
going over there?
I don't care what Spain does from a soccer perspective.
I think it's different. Like, I kind of agree with the fans. I can understand why there was such an uproar, and there hasn't been. Initially, there was. For football fans, we know that, like hearing the chorus of people are, how are you going to take our game out of the country? And now I think when you realize the system that they've set up, and you got one game, you're still watching that team on national television. You're not missing it. If you're a season ticket holder, that's the one area of concern. We saw some Rams fans get upset.
They'd watch it on TV.
No, they would, but I just think it's more ingrained into the fabric of their country, like that league and how much those soccer teams
I know, but
mean
so
to
is
them.
Yelling slurs at black people and throwing bananas on the pitch. It doesn't mean we continue to do it.
No,
they do. They get in trouble for stuff like that over there.
Yeah, this though, like I can see how it's that important to them. The NFL, they know that their sport isn't played all over the world, and they can tap into those places, and people will rush to see them. I'm sure there would have been enough of a market for one game in, what was this going to be, in Miami?
Sold out.
I'm sure that wasn't going to be the issue where they could sell tickets.
People were looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying, wow, the fans, they really have power.
They spoke.
I'm going to give you an example of when Buckeye fans sort of changed the world. Coming up next, Colin Man and Timmy on The Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
On Harrisburg Pike, there is an accident over at Brown Road, and on Roberts Road, another crash at International Street. This report is sponsored by Ohio Laborers and Ohio Lesset. When Ohio builds, they build it right. Roads, bridges, schools, strong, safe, union-made. The Ohio Laborers keep communities moving with skilled hands and unwavering dedication. Build Ohio right, build it union. I'm Eddie Zellick, 497.1 The Fan Traffic.
Do you feel the nip in the air? Oh, baby, people think summer's driving season. They're wrong. You spend more time in your car this time of year, taking your dirty, annoying kids to dirty, annoying things. Go see my friends at Germain Lexus. They have special rates as low as 4.49% on their most popular models, including the 2026 TX350. Lease a 2026 NX for as low as $449 per month. And if new isn't your thing, they have plenty of L's certified inventory on the lot. Stop in and see them. Germain Lexus of Dublin and Easton, GermainLexus.com.
Columbus, the Blue Jackets schedule is out. And you can lock in your seats with ticket plans starting at just 11 games. Don't miss a moment of the action. Visit BlueJackets.com.
Give the gift everyone wants. Fun in your own game room. Billiards Plus has gifts for everyone. Pool tables, shuffleboard tables, card tables, grills, and more. With professional delivery and installation, you'll beat the last-minute scramble. Reserve yours now. Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
Would you enjoy watching a football game if the officials were paid a bonus for every flag they threw? Or a basketball game where the refs got paid for every foul they called? Okay. How about hiring a furnace and AC company that pays its technicians by the number of parts they can sell you? Hi, this is Dennis, president of Care Heating and Cooling, and today, this is how many companies operate. They call it performance pay, and it rewards technicians by paying them more for billing you more. Why is this bad? Because it abuses your trust in a technician to be treated fairly and honestly. At Care, we've been family-owned for 31 years and have always paid our technicians by the hour for repairs. We'll show you exactly what needs to be fixed and why, and give you our low upfront cost before we start. And unlike other companies, our technicians will never be rewarded for throwing more flags. Our Central Ohio-based staff is here for you 7 days a week. Care Heating and Cooling. Book an appointment online at careheatingandcooling.com or call us at 1-800-COOLING. When you need a company you can trust.
If you love losing big money, then boy do we have the promo code for you. Enter code BIGBEAUTIFULBILL to unlock these awesome offers. You can buy a car for even more money than before, or watch your heat and electric bills skyrocket. It's exclusive for everyone, thanks to Trump's Big Beautiful Bill, which our Senator John Huston supported. So use promo code BIGBEAUTIFULBILL. Sit back and crack open a cold one, but just one, because that's all you can afford. Paid for by NRDC Action Fund.
Hi, I'm Dr. John Runyon from Runyon Dental Group. Are you missing teeth or do you have uncomfortable dentures? Dental implants can not only transform your smile, they can restore your confidence and allow you to eat those foods you love that you've been missing. When I was in my early 30s, I was in a similar situation needing complex dental work and dental implants. I understand all the emotions that you're feeling because I've been the patient and I know that we can help you. Schedule a free consultation today at RunyonDentalGroup.com. That's RunyonDentalGroup.com.
Remember what sports used to be about calling up your favorite host and saying how stupid they are? Good news. We still do that. The Fan Calling Show.
Hello! Sponsored by ESPN Bet at Hollywood Casino.
Sunday mornings at 8 on The Fan.
Do you have foot pain? Foot pain is not normal regardless of your age or job. Podiatric physicians are the most qualified doctors to care for your feet and can provide important foot care solutions or shoe inserts to better manage foot pain. Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association podiatric physicians are located throughout the state and are dedicated to providing the highest quality foot and ankle care. We've been serving the profession and the public for over 100 years. For more information or to find a member of the Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association near you, visit ohiofoot.org.
Help DEA keep our community safe and healthy by participating in National Prescription Drug Take-Back Day, Saturday, October 25th. Take action right in your own home by cleaning out your medicine cabinet of unneeded medications. Keep them safe, clean them out, take them back. Find a collection site near you at DEATakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent prescription drug misuse before it starts. That's DEATakeback.com.
If you want thick, healthy, gorgeous hair, then you need Hair Volume from New Nordic. Available online at Amazon and NewNordicUSA.com or in the hair care aisle at your local CVS.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Cloudy and breezy and cool on this Wednesday, but for the most part dry. Temperatures in the upper 40s, down to around 40 degrees by Thursday morning. Temperatures will be cooling off and wind chills in the 30s. During the day on Thursday, we'll see some sunshine by the afternoon. Temperatures back in the mid-50s. With your 10 Weather Impact Forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
The ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus is the official sportsbook of Common Man and Timmy. Weekdays at 3. The Fan.
There's a greater than 0% chance Common Man gets fired before this show is over. You're listening to Man and Timmy.
This dumb show brought to you by the Hinder Motor Company. Name dropping with Jeff Rimmer coming up at 5:30. Jackets coming off a nice victory last night in Dallas. We're talking about the power of the people. The power of the fan. Maybe you're saying to yourself, wow, I can't change anything. I'm just a little peon person. Well, you are, but you can still change things. The angry Spaniards, they've canceled the regular season game in December between the two La Liga teams because the fans just would not have it.
They were going to riot.
Burn down the stadium.
You're not taking a regular season game out of Spain and taking it to the States.
Here's another example.
Not doing it.
During the NBA Finals last year, the NBA threw those ridiculous-looking holograms up on the court of the Larry O'Brien Trophy and the NBA Finals logo. And they said, we don't put it on there tomorrow because it's too slippery. And
slippery.
We can't do it. Well, guess what? They just came out today and said, logo's back. For the NBA Finals, we're going to do the logos again.
You know what? I don't want to hear about decals. This is the National Basketball Association. If your team makes it to the finals, new courts for both of those home teams.
Get Jay Burson down there.
They're painted on, Kramer.
He'll install a new floor for you.
Horner Flooring is going to come in there. Hello, we're going to lay him down.
Is that what it's called?
That's his company.
Horner Flooring?
Horn Dog Flooring.
Well, why is it Horner?
That's the name of the name of the floor.
Horner.
I mean, Jay Burson doesn't own the company. He works for the company.
I thought he did own the company.
Maybe he does now.
What a loser.
Maybe
I thought he owned the company.
You did? I mean, he still knows how to lay a good floor.
Oh, he knows how to lay it. He knows how to lay some wood. Anyway,
I think he's like the manager. He kind of goes on site and tells people how to lay it.
We're just downgrading him the whole time. He's really the janitor is what he is. He replaces the urinal cakes is what he does.
Jay's a legend.
Hello. All right, so you change the floor. The Spanish people are keeping their soccer teams. And there's one instance where Buckeye fans change history. I was sitting in this very chair, and the Big Ten was splitting into two. It was no longer going to be just one conference, right?
Yeah.
Going to have two divisions.
Oh, yeah.
Legends and leaders.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic names.
Oh.
Fantastic. And
really smart stuff.
It had been decided. I mean, it was done. I saw it. I saw the schedules.
You seen it?
I seen it. Ohio State was not going to play Michigan the final regular season game. It was done. They were still going to play them, but it wasn't going to be then. And
nope.
We started to talk about it.
Nope.
The fans would not have it. It was such a public outcry that the Big Ten heard you. The entire conference heard you, not just Ohio State. And they said, we can't do this. They'll light the Big Ten offices on fire. It
was an outrage.
In Rosemont. Can't have it. And the fans changed history. Now, let me ask you this question. If they were to move that game, and it was no longer the last regular season game, because I'm told by everybody that they're going to play each other 3 times every single year.
Yeah.
Right?
We're waiting. We're waiting to see just the second time.
Well, you play the last game, and you play in the Big Ten championship, and you play in the playoffs. We're talking about these scenarios that have never happened before. We're talking about them like they're going to happen every single year.
And you got 18 teams now.
But let's say
in the Big Ten, it's tough to see them again. It's going to be a tough deal to see them ranked 1 and 2
Let's say
after
that
it's
it does happen, and it's more frequently than we like, and it starts to get dry, and they talk about moving this game. Is there a place on the schedule that you would feel comfortable if you had to move the game, moving it to? Because I have an answer.
Outrage aside,
Well,
it has to move.
It has to move. I am putting it week 0.
I was going to suggest
first thing,
start of the season.
Audience all to yourself. Week 0, start the season, blood and guts. Let's go.
Yeah, I do think. But is it week 0 if everybody else starts to move to week 0 also?
Yes,
I
we
can
still call it week 0.
But I can see college football in general.
Nobody's allowed to move to week 0.
That's been a talking point.
We're moving Ohio State and Michigan there. It's like Army-Navy.
So
nobody's allowed.
Hawaii and
who cares
Troy
about them?
don't get to play.
Hawaii, no, they can play.
Week 0.
Hawaii and Troy
Timmy
can play.
Chang can go out there and sling the rock around.
Let them play.
Okay, good.
But everybody else of note, no, Alabama can't play anybody week 0.
All right.
None of that. It belongs to us.
That's the only good option I can think of, because burying that in the middle of the season, I don't know if that's going to drum up enough excitement. It's either the very first game of the season or it's the very last. That's the only other alternative that I could come up with. So I'm with you on that. Gun to our head, if we had to switch it, if we had to move, start off the season with a bang. The entire offseason points to that.
Do you know
it's like we had the build up to Notre Dame and Texas here lately.
How awesome it would be if Ohio State managed to play Michigan multiple times in a season and beat them multiple times. You know how awesome it would be? Conversely, not concurrently. Conversely, do you know how awful it would be?
Yes.
If you lost multiple times to Michigan.
We've been losing to them over and over and over for 4 straight years.
Just once a year.
Yeah, just one time
and
a year.
And that's brutal enough.
Sucks enough. You thinking about that at all?
Yes. I think about that game all the time.
You think about it every day?
All the time.
Yeah.
This is all meaningless.
So do I.
If you don't go to Ann Arbor and beat this team, and I'm terrified of that.
And it's so stupid too, because I live and I learn every single year.
You learn.
Yes, Alanis.
Mm-hmm.
And it never seems to matter. I think you know, but you don't. You don't.
You think you know what?
You think you know something about your team and how you're going to beat the hell out of them.
I know.
And this is your year and the data. You try to overthink this.
We were talking about the new book.
It just doesn't add up.
Bill Rabinowitz has a new book out called Buckeye Brotherhood. It's about the season last year. And a lot of the interesting stuff in that book is about the aftermath of the Michigan game and how, the players, a lot of them went ape crap in the locker room after the game. They demanded answers from Ryan Day and the coaching staff. Why did you decide to play the game that way? We have not played that way all season long. Why are we playing their football game in our house? There is always a possibility. Because I said last year, there's no way. There's no way Ryan Day loses that game. There's too much at stake. He's lost the game too many times. There's no way. He's going to go out there, guns a-firing, and he's going to blow them out.
Guns of the Navarone.
And then what do we see? Vanilla, generic crap the entire game. So I'm sitting here today, and I'm especially looking at a team that just threw 18 million yards this past weekend, right? They've said, we can't really run, so we're going to pass. But maybe we get to that game.
Maybe you can't pass.
And all of a sudden maybe you can't pass or you're afraid to pass. And it's, wow, I didn't expect James Peoples to carry the ball 42 times for 27 yards. How'd we lose this game again? I mean, I'd like to say that's never going to happen, Timmy, but I've seen too many weird things. I've seen too many clenched butt cheeks.
I'm with you.
With this game.
We don't know what that weather is going to be like. We don't know what the moods of the team are going to be like. I do think we know by the time we get to November. Is it going to be November 22nd? Is that the game? Is that the date of the game? Or November
I think
29th?
It's late this year.
Yeah, the Rutgers game is the 22nd. November 29th, the Michigan game. I'm not worried about any of the games before that, but I'm really worried about that game, and I don't think it's going to matter how good the Buckeyes look.
You'd have to be a lunatic not to be worried about that game.
They could be 11-0, and again, they're going to play Penn State, Purdue, UCLA, and Rutgers. That's not exactly a saucy enough slate of games. You know what the country is going to be saying about this matchup when we get to it.
They should be saying it.
We already know, so we better start preparing ourselves for it anyway. They're not going to think that we've been tested. They're not going to think that the Buckeyes have seen enough solid teams throughout the year that they're going on the road, that they've got 4 years of losing. And if it's a weather game, what if this running game hasn't been enough? Let me tell you what the matchup predictors say so far, by the way. The Penn State
I don't
line,
care what that says.
The Penn State line actually came out. I don't know what we were seeing where it looked like it was a 3.5-point spread. That's what it was before the season started. Ohio State was going to be a 3.5-point favorite.
I thought you were high on mushrooms.
You'd have to be high to think that this week that would still be anywhere close to that. The Buckeyes open up as a 17.5-point favorite against Penn State.
That makes more sense.
The matchup predictor has them at an 87.9% win chance. The Purdue game on the road, the Buckeyes are a 97.1% win chance. The UCLA home game, and UCLA has done much better here since the switch, 97.8%. Rutgers, 96.9%. And on the road at Michigan, still a 75.3% chance to win. Okay.
All right, that means nothing.
I hope so.
Name dropping with our guy Jeff Rimmer coming up 2 minutes from now. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
On southbound 71, it's an accident at the north outer belt that is off on the right berm, moved away from the right lane. Still a minute or two worth of delays from Polaris Parkway. And northbound 71, another accident between State Route 56 and US 62. This report is sponsored by rrfoundationspecialist.com. Protect your home with R&R Foundation Specialist, family owned, honest, and pressure free. Get expert waterproofing, fair quotes, and smart advice that puts your home first. Visit rrfoundationspecialist.com, your trusted local pros in foundation and waterproofing. I'm Eddie Zellick, 497.1 The Fan Traffic.
The number one problem we see at our clinic is delaying treatment. ED and low T can get worse.
Book your appointment right now. Call 614-300-7400. Prefer privacy? Book online in under 30 seconds at columbusmensclinic.com.
At our clinics, men's sexual health is the whole job. Look, I'm a normal guy too. I hate going to the doctor, but we've helped so many guys in here just like you. Even if pills have failed, our medical team is going to take the time to talk you through it. Same day in-house lab, and the treatments, well, they could change your life.
Your local medical team has your back. ED, low T, Peyronie's, size, and shape modeling. We tailor what works for you.
I'll get to the point. Can you imagine epic workouts and epic sex? Yeah, I said it.
A stronger you is closer than you think. We're available right now. Call 614-300-7400 or book in 30 seconds or less at columbusmensclinic.com. Columbus Men's Clinic. Making it happen.
Hey, Columbus, Jeff Rimmer here, back in Columbus for a little hockey and to visit my good friends at Buyers Volkswagen. Whether you want to buy, sell, or service your next Volkswagen, Buyers has all the options. Browse their entire inventory online at columbusvw.com or visit one of their friendly Volkswagen brand specialists. Or for more personal touch and exceptional experience, it's awaiting for you right there at Buyers. Come see why it's better to buy at Buyers Volkswagen. They're by the airport.
Common Man and Timmy is sponsored by Hinderer Motorsports. Listen every weekday from 3 to 6. They're good, clean boys. The Fan.
Broadcasting live from Shady Acres Retirement Village. It's Name Dropping with Jeff Rimmer.
Sponsored by Buyers Imports, Hamilton Road by the airport.
He is the retired legendary voice of your Columbus Blue Jackets. It's Name Dropping with Jeff Rimmer on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. Hello, Rims.
Oh.
Uh-oh, I don't hear Rimmy.
Push that button on.
Rims.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
That's Ted's fault, Rims. We were having this discussion earlier. Was Halloween a big thing when you were a kid in Canada? Did you guys trick or treat and dress up and do all that stuff?
What do you think? You think it's just a U.S. thing?
I
It's
don't
Canada,
know.
It's worldwide. No, of course. Of course, I was a regular trick-or-treater.
What did you dress up as?
I went as a hockey player one time, went as a vampire. I mean, I've gone through all the various costumes. I guess now if I went trick-or-treating, I'd go as Jeff Rimmer.
Would you still have the microphone and like the headset on and just sort of like go into your broadcast shtick after you ring the doorbell?
He shoots 210 scores.
You know what? If you actually gave broadcasting lines every time you knocked or rang a doorbell, you'd get a full-size candy bar from me, Jeff, even at your age.
Well, I'd certainly get everybody excited, and certainly there's a lot to be excited with the Blue Jackets right now.
All right, let's talk.
They finally played the kind of game that we've come to expect after watching them play most of last season.
That was a move the hell on from this candy Halloween crap discussion.
Do that too often. We don't step on each other too often, but Rims and I were bebopping and scatting all over each other. All right, Jackets get a big victory last night in Dallas. Special teams was actually doing things they should do. And what I've been impressed with, Rims, is you'd like to have a few more points along the way, of course, but one thing that we have not gotten so far this season is a bad goaltending performance, and we didn't get one again last night. Elvis was very good.
I'm glad you said that. I was going to bring up Elvis. I thought last night, particularly in the second period when Dallas gave it probably their best over the 60-minute hockey game. And you know what? Elvis's goals against average, well over 2. His save percentage, over 900, which is where you really want to gauge a goaltender. After all, these last few years, he's been under 900 and has struggled. No, he seems to be focused. And I said this to you guys before the start of the season. This is an Olympic year. His home country, Latvia, has yet to name a starting goaltender. He is on the team. There's nothing that Elvis would like to have more than to be the starting goaltender for his home country, Latvia. I thought last night the players paid tribute to him. They made him the donkey of the night. I thought his comments in the post-game dressing room were exceptional. And you know what? I think Elvis is ready to kind of play the goaltending that we've expected to see from him over these last several years.
Rims, I know Chinikov was flashing there in the first period. It looked like he was going to get at least a goal. Had 2 nice shots on net. Had an assist in the game. What do you think of his play?
He didn't get a lot more ice time last night.
That's true.
I think that he will get more. I think the coach showed last night with the additional ice time, still not where he should be, that he obviously is starting to like what he sees from Chinikov. I thought it was an exceptional play to drop the pass to Matejchuk, and that's another kid. You know what? He's under the radar in Central Ohio, but he's still a young player. He is certainly under the radar around the National Hockey League. He was a high draft pick. And I think this kid has got a tremendous upside. And when you know it here, in recent games, he's playing on the top pairing with Zach Werenski. He could very well be another Zach Werenski. He is that talented. And I know the organization is really excited about where Matejchuk can go now and where he can go in the future.
Name dropping with Jeff Rimmer here on The Fan. So we got a couple weeks of hockey under our belt. Give me something from around the league that has really surprised you, good or bad so far.
Edmonton Oilers, very disappointed in their play. And we talked last week or the week before when McDavid took a team-friendly contract, not a penny raise. He could have got upwards of $20 million. His body language does not look good in what I've seen so far. And I know he wants to get back to the Stanley Cup final and wants to win one. That's why he took the contract he did, so the Oilers could go out and sign a couple of additional players that could help them get to the promised land. A little disappointed in them, and I'm still not convinced. We talked goaltending with Elvis Merzlikins. I don't think Edmonton's goaltending is Stanley Cup winning worthy. I just don't think Skinner's the guy. And their backup is a career backup guy and more an American Hockey League player than an NHL player. So, yeah, you put me on the spot. That's certainly a huge surprise for me to this point in time.
Well, Rims, obviously it's still very, very early, but the Jackets 3-3. Everybody in the Metro right now has at least 6 points. When you look at just our division specifically, what stands out so far?
Rangers start. They haven't won a game at home. They played 4 home games, and they've scored 1 goal. That includes Artemi Panarin, who, by the way, keep an eye on this. Here's a little bit of insight. Don't be surprised if the Rangers move him before the trading deadline. I know they've tried to sign him to an extension, and with the dollars being thrown around, don't be surprised with Panarin turning down the initial offers if he gets moved before the deadline, and especially if the Rangers struggle.
Name dropping with Jeff Rimmer, brought to you by Rimmer's Friends, Buyers Imports by the Airport. You want to talk about your friends, Rims?
Oh, yeah, the operative word, by the airport. Everybody knows where the airport is in Columbus, and everybody does know or should know where Buyers Imports by the airport is. They have a wide range of vehicles ready for immediate delivery, new and pre-owned. You're going to get the best deal, and it doesn't end with the purchase. The service will be even better. It's Buyers Imports. Remember, by the airport. Subaru, Buyers Imports by the airport. If you're looking for a Porsche or an Audi, Buyers Imports by the airport. And yes, they're ready for you right now at Buyers Imports by the airport.
What is it? It's down by the docks, Rims?
No, by the airport.
By the airport. Baseball, we got the World Series. We got the Blue Jays in the World Series. I assume you have some names, some baseball names of the past today?
No, I don't have a baseball name of the past. I'm going to give you a baseball name of the present.
Okay,
because,
all right.
By the way, I've got my Blue Jays hat on, so don't call me a front runner. You know, with the Expos going away and becoming the Washington Nationals, I still have that heart for Canada, and they are Canada's only team. I talked today with a longtime friend. We go back to Calgary together, and as he pointed out to me today, Ken Rosenthal, who, as you guys know, I'm very, very close with, helped him start his broadcast career. I got to give Kenny a call, maybe for next week. But anyway, he'll be right there for Fox and the World Series, which starts Friday night. But I called Steve Simmons, who told me he had a conversation with Rosenthal, and Ken wanted to know if he was the longest-standing sports writer / columnist, writes for the Toronto Sun. And by the way, I've got some insight. Tomorrow is Media Day, and it's much like the NFL now with the Media Day for the World Series. Wasn't that way back in my day covering Major League Baseball. And Steve gave me a little bit of insight as to the starting pitchers, which, by the way, have not yet been named. But Steve's of the opinion that Gausman or Yusevich will get Game 1, likely Yusevich, because Gausman came out in relief in Game 7 Monday night. And whoever doesn't pitch will pitch Game 2, and then you go to former Cleveland Indian Bieber for Game 3. And my favorite, Max Scherzer. What a performance by him last week, the 41-year-old capturing the imagination. And as Steve said to me, you know what? He has not thought all season long that they had a shot to make it to the postseason, a shot to get by in any of their series. And look where they are now, on the precipice of a championship. And you know what? They're the underdog going in. I've been a Dodger fan forever. You've got to love Ohtani. But right now, maybe the cards are for those Blue Jays.
Let me ask you, as we were discussing this, so it was Mariners and Blue Jays, and you're right, the Blue Jays have become Canada's team, and the Expos left, and what the hell are you going to do, right? So you have to root for the one team that's left in Canada. But we were discussing the city of Vancouver. Do you think they were rooting for the Blue Jays because they're in Canada, or would they be Mariners fans because they're so close to Seattle?
Well, Canadians are pretty patriotic. By the way, got word today that the ratings in Canada for Game 7 were better than 8 million people. Now, there's not the if you compare it to U.S., well, I mean, that's just a throw into the bucket. But 8 million people were tuned in to watch that game at any moment, and that set an all-time record in Canada for viewership. And understand, too, Fox is available, so people could watch the Fox telecast if they were so inclined. But the Canadian telecast on Sportsnet got better than 8 million. And I'd be willing to say, yeah, there may be some Seattle Mariner fans in the Northwest, but the majority of fans would be tuned in and cheering on Sportsnet out in Vancouver for the Toronto Blue Jays.
Rims, enjoy the World Series. You got a house divided because I know your wife is from Los Angeles. She's probably a Dodger fan, and you're going to keep her locked up in a closet so she can't cheer for her team. But I'm rooting for the Blue Jays. I'm rooting for your team, Rims.
Well, that's great to hear because Farrell, my wife, my lovely wife, who will be married next month for 50 years.
Congratulations.
That's awesome.
I'm only 49. But understand this. her dad was a season ticket holder. And in the old configuration at Chavez Ravine, Dodger Stadium, he was in the first row right behind the screen at home plate. And he had those tickets for a long, long time. In fact, we were out with friends the other night, and they said, oh, your dad was a season ticket holder. And of course, he's passed on. But she says, yeah, well, whatever happened to those tickets? So
Mary Hart stole them. That's what happened.
Or Larry King had them. Remember, Larry was behind the home plate right next to her.
Talk to Magic Johnson. He'll get him set.
Larry's passed on.
Thanks.
Anyway,
yeah, Larry's dead. Thanks,
go Blue Jays and go Guerrero, who, by the way, has outplayed everybody throughout the playoffs with the Brewers initially. And yes, he certainly did that against Judge. Outplayed Aaron Judge, and now has a chance to outplay, don't know if it can happen, Ohtani.
Thank you, Rims. Enjoy the series. We'll talk next week.
Take care.
Name dropping with Jeff Rimmer on the Bright Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. Back page coming up. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
On northbound 71, there's a disabled vehicle blocking off the left lane between 670 and 5th Avenue. A 10-minute delay back from East Broad Street. And on westbound State Route 104, it's debris in the roadway between Alum Creek and Lockbourne Road. This report is sponsored by rrfoundationspecialist.com. Wet basement, call R&R Foundation Specialist. From cracked foundations to clogged drains, water damage can sneak in from anywhere. No hidden fees, no sloppy work, just honest expert waterproofing. Protect your home from water damage. Visit rrfoundationspecialist.com today. I'm Eddie Zellick, 497.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Monogram Homes. Don't settle for standard. Go custom. Go Monogram. Visit monogramhomes.net today. Monogram Homes, a builder you can trust.
If your garage door is about as reliable as a fast food ice cream machine, we are Deluxe Door Systems. For over 30 years, we fixed awful garage doors. Straightforward, honest, and for less than you think. DeluxeDoorSystems.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. John Runyon from Runyon Dental Group. Are you missing teeth or do you have uncomfortable dentures? Dental implants can not only transform your smile, they can restore your confidence and allow you to eat those foods you love that you've been missing. When I was in my early 30s, I was in a similar situation needing complex dental work and dental implants. I understand all the emotions that you're feeling because I've been the patient and I know that we can help you. Schedule a free consultation today at runyondentalgroup.com. That's runyondentalgroup.com.
Wouldn't it be nice if you could dump all your problems on someone else's back? Well, when you wake up to a clogged drain or a plumbing issue, make that Mr. Rooter's problem.
Call 855-MISTERS today or MrRooter.com.
Call Mr. Rooter. He'll be there quick.
Hey friends, good news for you. All your favorite NBA players, they're back. And DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA, is the place to bet on NBA stars this season. With more markets open for more of the game, DraftKings, the #1 sportsbook for live betting, is live when others aren't. New customers, you bet just $5 and get 3 months of NBA League Pass, plus score $300 if your bet wins, all paid out in bonus bets. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code THEFAN971. That's code THEFAN971. Bet just $5 and get 3 months of NBA League Pass plus $300 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus, Ohio only. Eligibility and restrictions apply. Bet must win to receive bonus bets, which expire in 7 days. Minimum odds required. NBA League Pass auto renews until canceled. Additional terms at dkng.co/audio. Limited time offer.
In the old days when people lived to be 40, you only had one option for listening to your favorite show. But now, ooh, baby, radio, podcast, the Fan app, and YouTube, just to name a few, live or on demand. You have no excuses. The Fan.
A government shutdown affects everybody. It means missed paychecks for our troops. It means delays for critical services for ordinary Americans. And it disrupts the work Congressman Mike Carey does to deliver results for his constituents. Like voting for the Social Security Fairness Act to get public servants like police, firefighters, and teachers their full Social Security benefits on time and without delay. Mike Carey also voted for a continuing resolution to keep the government open while budget negotiations continue. It passed the House with bipartisan support, but failed to pass the Senate, and the government still shuddered. Congressman Mike Carey urges our senators to put politics aside and reopen our government before innocent Americans are harmed further by the shutdown. To learn more about Congressman Mike Carey's bipartisan efforts to reopen our government, call Congressman Carey's office at 614-927-6902 or visit carey.house.gov. Paid for with official funds from the office of Mike Carey.
At Highbank Distillery, they believe every pour should tell a story. Their Whiskey War spirits tell the story of Prohibition in every sip and was awarded the best blended whiskey in America 3 years running. Enjoy Highbank's nationally recognized spirits distilled right here in Ohio. Drink the best. Forget the rest. Learn more at highbankdistillery.com.
Hi, I'm Rick Germain for Toyota West. And with over 600 new and pre-owned vehicles available, Toyota West at I-270 and Georgesville Road has the car you're looking for. And right now at Toyota West, take advantage of 0 down and 0 payments until 2026. And every pre-owned vehicle comes with a 72-hour exchange policy plus a 3-month warranty for qualified vehicles. Come see us at the Germain Auto Mall on Georgesville Road or get started today at ToyotaWest.com. Offer expires 10/31. No payments for deferred payment. Interest accrues at time of inception with approved credit.
It's almost Football Friday. All play and no work.
Sponsored by Tansky's Sawmill Toyota.
Your home for football, The Fan.
Buckeye Show coming up at the top of the hour. Matt Fontana in for Beamer tonight, and Justin Zwick is playing himself.
What about you, Zwick? No, I like hearing Justin a couple times a week. He's been on pretty much all these Wednesday programs with Beam and doing a nice job with Buckeye postgame coverage. You know, Zwick's doing a great job, so we've beefed up our former player. What's the word I'm looking for? Our lineup,
Rolodex?
Our roster. Yeah, the Rolodex. And have you seen some of the things that our guy Tyvis is now doing for little hits with our friends at 10TV?
Oh, I seen
where he's getting up there with the screen, and we got the pause and the rewind. He's got the game film going, and he was looking over the Carnell Tate unbelievable catch. And good for Tyvis Powell. This is the second time I've heard him do this in the past month or two, which means he's turning over a new leaf. He's finally changing and becoming more comfortable with who he is. He said even he couldn't have defended that pass.
He's getting
against
more
Carnell Tate.
humble in his older age.
Yeah. I forget what else he was talking about. Oh, yeah, it was him and Cardale. Or no, it was him and Joshua Perry. So they've had Cardale on a lot in the mornings. They've had Joshua on as well. And Joshua and Tyvis together were talking about how this defense, this 2025 defense, neither of them could get a spot in the starting 11. I thought that was pretty funny that they were readily admitting that.
You know who else is doing more TV?
You.
Me.
Yeah.
How did this happen?
You said yes once.
For years. I've avoided all of this. I've said no. I've said take T-Bone instead for years. And now I'm roped into this. I'm doing TV with Nicole Shearin tomorrow.
Oh, baby.
I said, what are we going to do? I have a secret for you.
Why
I don't like the surprises. I want to be told what we're doing.
Why was that Nicole's voice just now?
I don't know. This is the only voice that I do.
It's not.
What up, bitches?
It's what's up, bitches?
Well, I'm sorry. So I'm doing some TV with her tomorrow.
Okay, all right.
I don't know where they're going to put it. I don't know if it's going to be on...
Bend over and I'll show you.
Regular Channel 10 News or 10 TV Plus. I have no idea. All I know is I'm just a whore for hire now.
Well, if they did
by hire, I mean they don't pay me any extra money.
No, of course not. That's convergence. That's synergy. You work for the same company. No money. Just do it.
I mean,
out of the goodness of your heart.
I make money.
Of course you make money.
But I would make the same amount of money if I didn't do any of it.
If you said no. That's why you're a good, clean boy.
See, now that I've said yes a couple times, I can't go back to no. Right?
It's hard to do.
Once you get a little taste of Mikey.
They like Mikey.
You can't go back.
Mikey go pee-pee.
Life's just too bland without Mikey.
If somehow you can't do it, because again, we've talked about this. I'm going to try to figure out what that line would be for you for like sayings, things that you could say, because you can't do a Mikey go pee-pee now.
I can't say that
at
on
the
TV.
end of No, I'm agreeing. You can't say that.
Mikey go pee-pee.
You can't even do oh, shit.
No,
you can't even do that.
I have to respect the medium. I'm going into their domain. I can't bring all my idiosyncrasies.
Idiocracies?
Yeah, I drew 6 to 7.
6, 7.
6, 7.
That you can do.
The Back Page.
Sponsored by Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
I love a good, clean sports card story, and I got another one here for you. We talked about his airness. We loved seeing Michael Jordan doing his hit on NBC
Loved it.
as the NBA
Can't
gets the
wait for more.
coverage. They're going to be rolling those out every single week. Hopefully, Mike Tirico recorded a lot of good stuff that stays evergreen.
Well, what do you think? He's going in there every single week? They probably
Hell
did
no.
30 of them.
Yeah, the whole season is done in the preseason. So, an aftermarket signed 1986 Michael Jordan rookie card. The reason, do you know why the reason it's a 1986 rookie card? Is because the sets were not in production for a couple of years back then.
All right.
So 1986 wound up being a very popular set for Fleer. Our old buddy Dave Holmes, he drove across state lines because he is into this hobby too, and he found a guy that was selling an entire 1986 set for a pretty good price. I mean, it was expensive, but
Dave's making
when
that big sports director money now.
When you factor, this was before that, but when you factor in that you could get the Michael Jordan rookie card in there, even several thousand is worth it.
Did he get one?
He did.
He did?
Absolutely.
Well, he's not signed like this one.
No, not
He's
signed.
not even made like I am.
No, not signed. And it wasn't graded. I don't even know what kind of condition that card was in, but even so. So an aftermarket Fleer Michael Jordan rookie card has sold in a private sale via Golden Auctions for $2.7 million. According to the auction house, it's a record paid for a card with an aftermarket signature. Do you know what an aftermarket signature means?
Yeah, that means it didn't come with the signature on it, and you sought out Michael Jordan, and he signed it.
Absolutely. So they have those ways now where it can be an on-card auto, but that's still done by the card company.
Right.
Sometimes you see like a little holographic sticker that gets signed and it gets taped on there. But this was from the same one, Pharrell's auction house.
Pharrell on the bench?
Pharrell, yeah.
I must sell some cards to you, Pharrell on the bench.
One of these sold that was $2.5 million in late June. It's from the same lot. There's a gaggle of these Jordan cards where there was a private signing. I don't know. Maybe some people deep in the thatch of the card hobby know this guy, but the name of the owner of the cards is never listed. But think of that. There's like 9 or 10 of these cards.
And he's got them all?
Some were on display at the National in Cleveland last year. I know Jack saw some of them. And they're just going to be all selling for $2.5 to $3 million. And most of them are PSA 10s.
What? Teddy, PSA 10s, baby.
That's the biggest.
That's the big.
That's the D. Double D.
Double D. My God.
Dear God.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow. Buckeye show's next. That was very rude of me. Hey, thanks for listening. We'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, Mikey, go pee-pee.
Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
On northbound 71, there's an accident between State Route 56 and US 62, and the other crash out there is northbound on US 23 over at Penry Road. This report is sponsored by rrfoundationspecialist.com. Wet basement? Call R&R Foundation Specialist. From cracked foundations to clogged drains, water damage can sneak in from anywhere. No hidden fees, no sloppy work, just honest expert waterproofing. Protect your home from water damage. Visit rrfoundationspecialist.com today. I'm Eddie Zellick, 497.1 The Fan Traffic.